Welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today is Friday and it is our daily reading. Taking a look at current situation and the influences around it. I am using the Ghost Tarot today. So let's give me. I'm not sure what else to tell you other than we're doing our daily reading. Let me give it a couple more shuffles. Get focused, centered. What do we need to know today? What do we need to know? Okay. Well, do I not pick all of them up? Okay, let's get started here. Current situation, please. Is the Magician. Present influence. Page of Swords. Future influence. Ten of Swords. What we don't see. King of Swords. What to look for. Four of Pentacles. Unexpected. Five of Wands. Challenge. King of Wands. Strength. Emperor. Where does this lead? Nine of Cups. Lovers. Advice. Six of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Tell me about the King of Swords. Five of Wands. Sorry, I gotta do these. I gotta make sure I... Okay. And Magician. I mean, there's some... And Nine of Cups. Just make sure I get this all right. I mean, I feel like, well, I mean, okay, so the Chariot's at the bottom of the deck. Just suck. Okay, sorry. So the chariot's here at the bottom of the deck, and I'm just trying to get a feel for it. You know, I feel like the Magician is a person, and that's why I've got, okay, so kind of what I'm trying to get a feel for more is the court cards. I've got the Magician in current, I've got King of Swords and what we don't see, I've got the King of Wands in the challenge, I've got the Emperor in the strength, and I've got the King of Cups over here that's clarifying that Ten of Swords. So there's this, I feel there's such a confusion here on feelings. I mean, like when I read intuitively and I go with how I feel, and how I feel is confused. And sometimes when I'm doing a reading, I second guess myself and saying, am I confused on how to read? No, I'm confused because this is the energy that's there. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling very confused with this. I feel like if you're not confused, then there's someone in your life that is. This could be, again, any life area. Again, take it as it resonates. But the Magician, so the Chariot is all about. I mean, to me, the Chariot is a very. It is a victorious card. It is heading for what you want, but there's also a reminder here that if you don't hold on to the reins, you could go off the path, so to speak, you know. And anytime something is moving very fast, there's always that something could happen out of your control, especially if you don't have the reins on the Chariot. And I feel kind of like that's what it is. It feels to me like something's happening that you don't understand, and you know you can't control, but it's happening anyway. And it feels a little bit not scary, confusing. I'm not scared when I look at this. I'm not sad when I look. I'm confused, big time. So I was trying to tap into that confusion to make sure that that's what that was. So that was my hesitation there, and that's why I pulled so many cards. So the Magician is in the current situation, and it's clarified with this is the Magician in the Ghost deck. It's clarified with the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Six of Cups. This is a person to me, or an action that someone is taking. I think it's more of that feels like there's something that feels very good here with the Magician. And the Page of Swords in the present influence is you're protecting that feeling. And that feeling was, you know, something that you've been working on that feels good. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, it reminds you of something from the past, and you really want to hold on to this. And with the Page of Swords in the present influence, you're really guarding everything. You're on guard right now. It's like, no matter what we do here, it feels out of control. There's something here that feels out of control, and it's not in your control, but you're trying to make it in your control with this Page of Swords. Now a lot of this is intuitive, okay? So I know some of you will say, well, that's not what the Page of Swords means. Well, I got to read what I got to read. And I feel like that's what it is. It's saying, you know what? I'm protecting this. I don't want to lose this. But if you protect too much, you will lose it, right? So I feel like that's what the energy of the Ten of Swords is. So the Ten of Swords is actually, you know, a complete and utter ending. But with this Ten of Swords too, I see the ghost. I see the guy dead, but I see the ghost above him. Knowing that sometimes things need to end to allow something else to begin. And it's not transformation, it's making room. There's something here that is ending so that you can make room for something new. And when I got the clarifiers on that, it's the High Priestess, the King of Cups, and the Six of Swords. I feel like what you need to make room for is, well, I think you know this, the High Priestess. The King of Cups is, there's almost like this opposite energy here. So there's someone you're holding on to, but you're not making room for something else. And that may lead you to look for something else. And that's what the Ten of Swords is. I feel like it's not predictive in the sense that something's ending. It's the feeling of should it. And that's the High Priestess in the clarifier. It's not whether it is or not, it's should it. Because there's something here that you're searching for out of this situation that you want more of. You're holding on to it as it is now. But do you need to make it more? Does that make sense? Yeah, that's exactly how it is. So sometimes, you know, we have, and when we have influences, these aren't situations. This is an influencing energy. So always keep that in mind when I use the word influence in the positions. This is an energy that's influencing it. Just like that Page of Swords is, you deciding whether to block this and hold on to what you have and protect it. And can you even? This is just the energy around you. And I feel like that Ten of Swords is, I want more. So if I want more, what do I end? And that's the decision that needs to be made. If I want love, do I move towards that? Or do I keep what I have? And it doesn't mean it won't go anywhere, but do I keep what I have? So I would say in the now and in the next couple of days, you're just going through a lot of, what do I do with this energy? What do I do with this situation? Do I put an end to it? Do I keep moving forward? The King of Swords is in the what you don't see. And that energy is Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, Wheel. I feel like this King of Swords energy and what you don't see is things are going to move forward. And that's not you're not seeing that right now. And I do feel like there's a person involved here, King of Swords, that Magician also. And the King of Wands is the conflict. The Emperor is the strength. So there is like this, and what's weird, those are both fire. So there's that's interesting to me. But so it's like there is movement happening here. And again, since you don't see it, you don't realize it. This is a lot of energy with the Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, Wheel. Those are all movement cards and energy cards. And I feel like, well, I feel like this situation with that king is moving. You just don't see it. Again, we've talked about this, is people, if someone's not telling you something or reaching out and saying, this is how I feel, or this is what I want to do, or this is where I want to go, you don't know. You just don't know. And I feel like there is definitely that energy of moving forward. And there's something really odd here about this conflict too. So the Four of Pentacles is what to watch for. So I think it could go either way. Part of me says, are you holding on too tightly to this? Because if you're holding on so tightly, for one, the energy of this Ten of Swords moving into a higher developed relationship or a loving relationship, and I feel like that's what it is can't happen if you hold on to what you have right now too tightly. It's take a look at that. It's not asking you to do or not do. What it's saying is look at this. Something to see, something to watch for. Know what you're doing, and know that if you're holding on, are you not leaving room for a situation to grow, or in some cases a new situation to develop? And I think it's really important to look at that Four of Pentacles and really embrace that. The Five of Wands is unexpected. So when we look about the Five of Wands, it's about conflict. It can be about petty arguments. It can be about competition as well. I don't feel like it's competition. I feel like it's this. Is it, again, you protecting this situation? You're protecting this situation. Is this situation come to a height, a goal, an ending of not necessarily bad, but with it moving so slow, you're deciding how much to fight for it, to fight for what you need or want, protecting yourself. Do you protect yourself? Do you go for this? Because part of me says too that you're looking out for your own heart. Like if I continue to fight, am I going to get hurt? Am I going to be let down? Am I going to be left out? But if you fight and stay, so I won't be left out. So there's this, I don't know, there's very much a conflict here on what to do. And I think that it comes in unexpectedly because right now you're protecting it. And there's something that happens that makes you go, should I continue to protect this? And I feel like you really want to, but there's something here that says maybe that's not the best thing. And again, that's why we have the challenge to let's do that. Let's pull a couple cards on the King of Wands as our challenge. Tower, Two of Cups, Temperance, that's the challenge. And the Emperor is, I'm going to say Ten of Cups. Okay, Death, Ten of Cups, and Knight of Wands. Okay, so that's good. Let me pull these cards up. King of Wands is in your challenge. So King of Wands is... there's a change in a relationship coming in that is kind of challenging. So I feel like this King of Wands may be a different person. And the reason why it's a challenge is because they're bringing stability to you. So I do feel like with the Two of Cups is part of the, the challenge. The challenge is letting this situation go. Tower. When I see the Tower, I think of sometimes we have to let it drop, let it fall. But the reason why it's a challenge is because it's hard. This person means a lot to you. They bring something very stable to you as well. There's something here with that Temperance that when you think about this person or you're with this person or whatever, they just kind of calm you a little bit. Again, this doesn't have to be love. It could be work. It could be anything. But whatever it is, it's super important to you. Because there's a huge confusion here on what to do. And to me, that King of Wands in the challenge too is also, what do I really want? Do I let it go? Tower? Do I embrace it? Two of Cups? Overall, the most important thing is the Temperance. How do I make it even? This is my challenge. I do feel like, too, there's a lot of passion here with that King of Wands. And that is also can be a big challenge because if you're feeling very passionate about something, it's really hard to break that passion, for sure. Because passion drives us. And this is something you're very passionate about. And then we have the Emperor clarified with the Death card came out first, the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Wands. I feel like this Emperor, and I didn't show you the Emperor in this deck. So that's the Emperor in the Ghost deck. I mean, having that confidence, having that leadership, I feel like I think this is somebody where there is a change happening here. So we have the Death, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands. A transformation with a relationship that's coming in pretty quickly and also, again, very passionately. So there is definitely a push and pull energy here. That's why you're conflicted. That right there, your challenge and your strength are very closely aligned. And that's even worse. And that's where the energy really comes in that's confusing with this Five of Wands. And I really feel like that is what's really happening here is there's just, there's a part of me like, okay, I want to go for this passion, but I need to have control and what you really want. And look, they're both relationships. They're both clarified. This one's clarified with the Ten of Cups. This one's clarified with the Two of Cups. This one has the Knight of Wands. Where was the other one? And this one's a little slower with the Temperance. So what do I take? Do I want to keep moving forward with something that's moving very evenly and calmly, or with that Knight of Wands energy, something coming in really fast and furious? So where does this lead? It leads to the Nine of Cups. I mean, honestly, this is all about your desires and your dreams. And then after that is the Lovers. So I do feel like this is definitely whatever's happening and whatever you're doing here is leading to your desires. It's just really confusing right now because the Nine of Cups is Three of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. And so that tells me that you're really considering, my ships are coming in, everything feels good, but I'm considering walking away from this dream. And I feel like, honestly, I feel like you'll be like, not surprised, because you won't be surprised. You aren't going to be surprised. I feel like with all this energy, is the reason why you're not going to be surprised is the confusion here. Because I almost feel like no matter what you do or what happens, it's the right thing. Because also that wheel in one of our clarifiers is with that King of Swords that you're not seeing. Things are fated to happen the way they're going to happen. But then I look at the Three of Wands or the Eight of Cups. I feel like it's not that you're going to walk away from something necessarily. I feel like this is saying that your choice of how you move forward will bring these desires. And everything's in the making. There's something very solid here happening. I'm gonna clarify that darn Lovers card too. Sorry. I'm just going to do it. Tell me about the Lovers. Empress, Sun, and Judgment. So yeah, I mean, this whole thing is leading to something good. And this is, keep in mind, this is a daily reading. So this energy will be fleeting. You'll feel these ways next couple days, but it goes away quickly because with the Empress, these are all, okay, so we have Lovers clarified with Empress, Sun, and Judgment. And to me, as far as if we have love, that's a major. These are all majors. This is a big deal. So where it leads is a big deal. Because there is something about comfort here, happiness, and feeling rejuvenated. So even if this is not a relationship, whatever's happening here is going to uplift you and allow you to be happy and feel almost like, if this is a person, they are definitely going to make you feel almost like rejuvenated, and the Empress not really taken care of, but like, I'm going to sneeze, almost complete, like you're feeling complete with the Empress. That's the energy I'm getting. Oh, this is going really long. Okay. So I do like this energy. We have the Six of Pentacles in our advice. Now, if you look at this Six of Pentacles really closely, he's holding on to the tombstone, and he's having very fond memories. If you look in the back with the ghosts, the fond memories is of the sharing, the giving, and I feel like when I look at this card, I honestly get very deeply emotional, because I feel like it's saying, okay, you guys, this is all intuitive, but don't let something pass you by, because you may regret that. So if there's something that's that important to you, don't let it pass you by. I'm feeling very strongly about that. And I love that card. I just love that card. So, wow, what a reading. Something majorly is happening here. I know I pulled a lot of cards, and I don't always like to do that because sometimes that can even make the confusion worse, but that's the way I was feeling, right? And I do feel like if you're feeling confused and you're feeling really conflicted about a situation, remember in your heart of hearts what's really important to you that you don't want to let pass you by. And even if it hurts, because we only live once. And without taking risks of getting hurt, we can't really love either. So I hope you like this. Let me know what you think. Take care. Have a beautiful day. I will talk to you all this weekend.